Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Another run. This time it's Ivory. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's...
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They come out here in the aisles, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out.
Oh, that's all. Damn.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
I see that.
They go back to the air here after the INT. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock. Less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition is still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium essentially for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
This is fielded at the 7. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They start on the ground with Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The way he roared up and made that play, that tells me that he spent a lot of time in the film room analyzing what this offense does, and he saw something that convinced him he didn't have to worry about the pass. He could just go right now and make a play. I think if you're the offensive team, you better file that away a little bit.
And now look at this.
Oh, no, come on.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Shit.
And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Ivory. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up the ball. And that way you often control the game.
They go play action for Yeldon. Now it's Bortles.
Oh, come on.
Incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. The intended target there was Tim Hightower. And 4th down coming up.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that
get your ass in the bed.
So 2nd and 10 here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So a fumble on second down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up third. On third and long, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. It's fielded at the 45. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up. And
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Telvin Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he's got Snead. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Breeze now on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. A good pickup there at 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Breeze again. Try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. One receiver left, three to the right. A final shot before half for Bortles. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
I love you too, baby.
Timmy, what are you looking in London like half corner?
Why are you picking at my food? Picking his trash.
Hush.
He kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
Breeze hands to Ingram. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Ingram again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game. That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third down now following the run. To throw is Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When Nick Fairley's on his game, he is your prototypical defensive tackle who can make disruptive plays. Great hands, really good quickness.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Caught by Snead over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Back now here live in New Orleans, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So it took a while to get anything on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
And now this becomes a question of, can they make this stand up? The defense has been impeccable thus far, and now they need to go out and finish strong.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he finds Julius Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
When he dropped it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Bortles will keep it. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now this time Bortles will throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Second down, here's Bortles. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. The Jaguars getting set to go. Partner, why were they even putting the ball in the air in that situation?
I know they have confidence a lot of the time in their team, and, hey, we can call anything. But in this spot, with that lead and that amount of time on the clock, not much, you've got to take care of it. I would have figured they'd run the football there.
Now their defense has to stand tall. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks... And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Breeze is looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dan Skuta. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He'll look to throw. And pressure there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Breeze to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll take this one. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 36 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision.
He's got a man complete. A pickup there of 37. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply.
This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
3 seconds. Huh?
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. One final try now for Bortles. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Baltimore.
Crab cakes will be waiting for us, partners. We head to the airport.
Heck yeah.
Don't make me beg.